Hey Stinks, thank you so much for joining us first of all. But before you sit with us at the wet bench, we just wanted to say that this show is intended for an adult audience. Although it's a light-hearted and relaxed show, it contains very strong language, strong sex references, and will occasionally cover some very sensitive topics. Please always check the episode descriptions for detailed content warnings and time codes for those sections if you wish to skip them, so you can enjoy your time with us in a way that's best for you. Enjoy! Hello, I'm Owen.
And I'm Bret.
And I'm Owen.
And I'm Bret.
It's just Owen.
And I'm Bret.
And welcome to my wet bench.
First of all, I just want to give Owen a big round of applause because he set up all the audio today for the first time. And he got... to be fair, you've been overwhelmed by the software I use in the past. But you kind of, you didn't let that bother you this time.
No, because the thing is, Bret has a problem.
I have a problem.
Where I think he just assumes that I know. So I'll open it up and there'll be like 50 different things going on and the screen's just full of so much shit. And he's like, just press this one button. And I'm like, Bret, where?
I'm like, just press the options.
He's like,
and he's like, there's 4 options buttons, and I'm like, well, it's that one.
It's like, oh, the place where you usually do like file and save, and there's like a little save icon in the corner, the right side, and he's like,
there isn't oh wait, no, there is. Oh, okay, I was looking at the wrong one.
Thank you. So yeah, but I tried and I got it because you actually walked me through it. Thank you very much. Another thing is we made sauce for the pizzas we're having later, homemade, because Bret makes them really nice.
I do. My dough is proving at the moment.
So we have a schedule.
Because I only cook worthy dough.
Oh.
Get it? Because it's proving. It's proving itself.
That's a good joke.
That was a good joke.
That's a good
one.
one.
That was kind of a good joke.
Yeah.
That wasn't a bad one. That was all right.
Someone just graduated from the University of Comedy.
You don't get to use that on me. That was my joke.
Okay, well, don't use any of Amy Schumer's jokes.
She hasn't done any.
That was the joke.
Oh, okay.
We're not the only person who graduated. Movies!
Amy didn't graduate. She dropped out.
She never even started. She
never even started.
She
was in the clown college next door.
Which leads us into a movie, considering we're about movies.
We are. Very last minute topic, by the way. It just occurred to me while we were cooking, and I was like, we should do this. And
I said, sure.
We're going to see how it goes.
Yeah.
If you're listening to it now, it went
Trolls 3 is no, hold on.
Oh, okay.
You'll say, don't just jump the gun.
I won't.
You're always like, oh, and you have knee-jerk reactions. And the moment I even open my mouth, you're like,
yeah, but at least my knee-jerk reactions aren't, fuck you, bitch, out the car.
She had it coming.
She didn't have it coming.
So, Trolls 3, you've got the villains Velvet and Veneer.
Villains of the century.
Villains of the century. God, they fucking...
Villains of the century. They are in the movie for approximately 8 minutes. And they are by far
the best thing
in it.
Oh, absolutely.
My God.
The thing is with them is their whole plot is that they kidnap trolls, put them into diamond encased prisons.
Which, to be fair, for the vast majority of the movie, they do not do successfully.
No, true.
They successfully kidnap one troll for like the first maybe hour and a half, hour 20. And then they get 3 more for about the next 5 minutes.
To be fair, though, if they would have killed Branchoff when Velvet tried to stomp on him, they would have been stuck forever inside of those diamond encased things.
Yeah, because you need the perfect family harmony.
We need the perfect family harmony.
You need the perfect family harmony.
He's trapped in a diamond prison. Oh yeah, you need the family harmony to do that.
Oh yeah, you do.
So basically, Velvet is the main perpetrator of this whole thing, but
she's the mastermind.
The whole thing is they steal trolls, put them in these diamond prisons, and then you take their essence either by like the contraption that they have at the end on their shoulder pads or by a perfume bottle.
Don't question the science.
Sucks the essence out, and when it goes onto you, you can sing really well.
And in the process, it completely it drains it's like draining the life force out of the trolls.
Yeah. I mean, Troye Sivan with his especially good song, it was so good.
Fuck off.
This is for all the lonely people, thinking that time has passed us by. We won't give up until we drink from the silver cup and ride that highway in the sky.
Fucking dreadful song, by the way. It just didn't even... I'm so angry about that song. It didn't need to be in the movie. They just wanted Troye Sivan to have a little moment.
Yeah.
And his moment lasts approximately 32 seconds, and it didn't need to be there. What do you mean you're drinking from the silver cup? Why?
Say golden chalice.
Did you come second?
Have a loot in there.
Why is it second? Why is it? Why is it silver? What are you referring to?
But no.
Is it like part of the trolls
handing
law?
stuff onto a silver
Is it
platter?
part of the trolls law that I don't know?
Maybe
That bothers me.
There's
as well.
a lot of trolls
because
law.
there's a lot of trolls law, and the thing is, I'm quite invested in it. I want to know more about the trolls law. But Justin Timberlake got arrested the other day, so I might not never know, and that's annoying.
I might not never know. So
I might not never know.
You might not know. We'll just leave it at that. So my main point I was trying to get to, thank you, is the whole premise is they steal the essence and they sing, and then Velvet, voiced by Amy Schumer, takes credit for the troll's talent, and she's like, I don't want to work for it, which is funny because there's plenty of jokes saying this is basically an autobiography character for her.
Yeah,
stealing
is.
other people's talent and passing it off as her own.
And also,
typecasted, really.
She is the only person in the
can't
entire movie who literally has a voice double for the singing, because Amy Schumer can barely like talk.
Brianna Menzola or Brianna Mazzola.
Fucking pipes.
Oh my god.
Pipes on that woman.
How much
She
of
is
a second
singer.
Hold on. I have something important to share with everyone. So the final song is called Mount-rageous, and we're not going to get copyrighted for this because you're allowed to play like 5 fucking seconds. Hold on.
Famous is me. You work. You gotta work.
Hold on.
Which bit are you gonna do? This is important.
I need to keep it over here.
We're gonna get struck down. Baby. Oh. Baby, remember my name. Work.
Those few seconds, I'm sure we won't get copyrighted for, and if we do,
They are outrageously good.
work.
Mount-rageously good. By the way, we've seen that movie maybe 4 times, 5 times.
I love that movie. I remember watching Trolls as a kid, like seeing clips of it, and then I finally watched
Well,
the
like
first
the
one.
like really old TV show.
No. Oh god, no. I don't know shit about that. I didn't even know they had a TV show.
I think they had a TV show when like the toys first came out.
Yeah.
You know, we were watching that thing the other day where like
How they flopped and how it got brought back.
oh
no, carry on. Sorry.
I wasn't there for that video. But we were watching that video about Harry Potter the other day, and how Harry Potter is like, in its own way, a very large advert. Well, got turned into a very large advert. And how like fantastically sellable the like commercialism in Harry Potter was. But and as part of that, it was like a video essay that we watched by absolutely fabulous YouTuber that I now can't remember the name of, unfortunately. But it was really good, and she kind of went quite in depth about how TV shows, I think she was mostly covering like the 70s into the 80s, maybe a little bit of the 90s.
Yeah.
How TV shows were actually designed to basically sell toys, like all of the Transformers old animated TV shows.
I think it was
were
there we go. So her name is Verily Bitchy.
Verily
Bitchy. VERILYBITCHIE. BTICHIE. And
BICTH
in that order.
But yeah, she was basically going on about how TV shows were basically like big old adverts, because it was like a free way to just openly advertise to children, like with all the Transformers
People
cartoons.
felt about that with Monster High.
But the toys came first.
I don't remember. No, I'm pretty sure they tried
Or
pushing
did the web
media
series
to
come
get
first?
excited for the dolls.
I mean, to be fair, they all got released at the same time, didn't they?
Roundabout. We
Anyway.
will be doing a deep dive on this, but I would just like to say
Ooh, yeah,
I
we will.
am pretty sure that all of the media came first because it's a multimedia toy thing.
It was
because it came like with everything, and
because it came with the webisodes at the same time. I'm pretty sure.
I think the webisodes were to build the hype, and then the dolls got released. And yeah, people were really excited for them. But then some people said that it was predatory marketing because it was basically just one big advert to make kids buy toys.
To which I say,
What?
it's Mattel. Like,
Yeah.
we've been there. Anyway, she, as I was saying for like the third time, no, that was targeted at both of us. She was saying that all of these TV shows are basically advert. I'm pretty sure Trolls had a TV show like that. I might be entirely making it up though, because I'm pretty sure Trolls have actually been around for a really, really long time.
They've been
a really long time. And I'm 95% sure that there's like a really ugly animated TV show in my brain from it. Like, I remember it being really ugly.
So the original toys, known as Good Luck Trolls, the dolls were first created in the late 1950s and introduced in 1959 before becoming one of the United States' biggest toy fads in the early 1960s.
I did not know they were that old. I'm surprised that they were that naked for being released that long ago. But yeah, anyway, it was when when Trolls 3 came out and you started to get basically obsessed with Velvet, and you were like, we need to go see it.
Yeah.
And we actually went to the cinema to go see it with a bunch of other neurodivergent 13-year-olds. And because the thing is, we went on like a Tuesday at like 2 p.m. or something in the afternoon, didn't we? And there was like
I did not want a single toddler in there.
No, I know. We didn't want to go when any kids were going to be there.
I mean, the thing is, when you go to see a kids movie, like the kids movie we watched recently, Inside Out 2.
Yeah, we went to see Inside Out 2.
It was like, I just don't want a kid in there yelling. If there's a kid in there, I'm leaving. Nothing, like, I understand it's a children's movie.
Get out. No, it's not.
But, I mean, I don't think a 6-year-old needs to see how anxiety makes you feel just yet. They don't need to know what puberty is yet.
Puberty.
The
first one was better, in case you're wondering.
Yeah, we had this conversation.
I think the first one was better. I think the first one had more to work with.
Better work.
Anyway, we went to see Trolls 3. But before we saw Trolls 3, was it before we saw it, we decided to watch the other two as well?
The other two, yeah.
See, now, Trolls 3, thoroughly enjoyed. Good movie. Trolls 1 is aight. But I become much more interested in the Trolls world once the Bergens are on the Trolls side.
Okay, I thought you were going to say, because you've said before, like, oh, Trolls 2 is my absolute favourite.
Trolls 2
we get it, you were growing up on
Trolls
rock.
2 is the best one.
No, it's not, it's 3.
No. Okay. I will, this is my Roman Empire. I will die on this hill. Trolls 2 is not only about fucking rock music, it's also about genocide, colonialism. It's about rewriting history. It's about interpreting your own history. It's about getting in touch with your own culture, because there's that whole subplot about
the funk trolls.
About the funk troll.
Yeah.
And obviously the funk trolls are like incredibly black coded because their music is funk and soul music.
And they were talking a lot about culture.
And they're also majorly the cool ones. Like the king and queen. I can't remember who voices them, but they're like really famous people. I can't remember.
This is just the episode of me Googling off screen.
But anyway, Trolls 2 is where it's fucking at, dude. And plus Rachel Bloom. Are you kidding?
I love Rachel Bloom.
Love Rachel Bloom.
I was actually listening to a lot of the songs from Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
Pipes on that woman. Pipes.
Oh.
Compilation of all the times I say pipes.
Pipes. Oh, it's like that video of that guy where he like gets a pipe and puts it next to a guy's ear and goes, hola, hola, puppy. And then he's like, grabs the pipe. And he's like, fucking give it to me. And he's like, my pipe. Get off my pipe. It's my pipe.
I've never seen that.
Okay.
Anyway, Trolls 2 is the best one. It's also the closest that any of the main trolls come to like fully dying.
Yeah.
Because they like they get white diamond at the end. You know, when the crystal gems get white diamonded. They basically get that.
Yeah.
Because
get taken control over.
Barb takes all of the strings and basically fucking zaps the life out of Poppy. And by the way, she looks great as a Nemo.
Okay, so King Quincy was voiced by George Clinton, and then Queen Essence.
Mary J. Blige, bitch.
Mary J. Blige.
No wonder.
They had a beautiful sound. But that's the fun thing with trolls, is when you go to like the different subcategories of the trolls, like how much they embody the culture and the sound is like, this is fun.
No, it is and nice.
Poppy being like, everyone needs to be united under pop. We're like the best sound. And when they go to country, she was like, they don't know that the sound's actually meant to be like happy. Like, we should show them. And then completely tread on everyone's feelings. And Branch is the only one to be like, maybe people get sad sometimes, bitch.
Yeah. I know. Like the journey that Poppy goes on in that movie.
Yeah.
Is actually a really interesting journey. I think, because obviously Poppy and most of the pop trolls, if not all of them, very white coded,
secluded as well. Like
very
they are all
secluded.
Very much like, this is the idea.
But
then she gets told by the funk trolls.
And Poppy's been like fed this version of history where pop trolls are the only trolls and that they're all secluded and everything.
No. The history of trolls was that there are the 5 or 6 different strings, and then how the king like said to Poppy, her dad, he was like, well, all of the trolls were getting like really mean, and they were all just trying to like play the strings by themselves and play their own music constantly, so everyone took their own string and went their separate ways
from like this
harp. But then Poppy went to the funk trolls and basically got told in like a really nice R&B song about how no, Pop was constantly trying to do it and secluding everyone else, so everyone else decided to take their strings.
Yeah.
But then Poppy, obviously, after Bob tries to do the whole thing that the pop trolls did with Rock instead, smashes the strings, and then Bob is like, you fucking idiot! You fucking fool!
Because the music comes from inside all of us.
Because the music comes from inside of all of us. And then the song was terrible, but the moment was
the finale
nice.
song?
I fucking don't like it.
I like it. I think it's nice. I think the humming that they do is sweet.
Just sing. Sing it together.
But I think it's the kind of like character arc that fucking Poppy goes on is insane.
Yeah. I mean,
it's insane. I mean, she has to come to terms with the fact that actually everything she thought she knew about her people was completely wrong, and that she needs to come to terms with the fact that her world, which has been full of like dance and music and lovely and anything else, she needs to come to terms with the fact that actually they have a history of being terrible people. And that's kind of for the probably the vast majority of white audience of trolls, it's kind of an important lesson for those kids to learn, and how to like deal with that and come to terms with it.
That kind of brings me onto a thought that I was thinking about.
Oh, go on then.
Which was that I remember watching a video a while ago, and I think what a lot of people take away from it, and what a lot of kids take away from it, is Poppy's whole arc on the very surface level is just, she doesn't listen, and to be a good queen she needs to listen. But then when you look at the undertones, it's like, you need to listen to these other cultures and these other parts of history that are telling you, actually, you guys were really in the wrong, and you need to accept that. And instead of trying to unite us all together again, unite us all as different people and different subcategories.
Yeah, instead of saying it, like to me, Trolls 2 is mostly about, instead of saying we are all the same, it's saying we're all different and it's fine.
Yeah,
like that's what Trolls 2 is about. And also I think that the little bat is cute.
Oh,
and
is she making fun of me?
Is she making fun of me? Well, no. What I like about the Trolls movies in general, this has turned into the Trolls.
TCU.
This wasn't actually what the episode was going to be. You would be shocked to hear that this wasn't actually meant to be a Trolls episode. I think it is now.
No, we'll get off it again, because there's not really a lot to talk about.
I'm not done.
No, there is. No. Carry on, sorry.
No, what I was going to say is like, what I like about Trolls 2 in particular is it's not afraid to take Poppy, a character everyone absolutely adores from the first one, even though she was kind of endearingly annoying. They take her and say, we're actually going to make her the butt of a joke for basically an entire movie. Like a lot of the humor from Trolls 2 comes from her not realizing that what she's doing is incredibly inappropriate and dumb.
Predominantly racist as well.
And with some fairly racist overtones. Like I think that they are, when you actually look at them, pretty insane movies. The animation is only okay though.
The animation is kid. The undertones, if you really like, you don't even have to really look, you just have to listen.
You just have to be an adult and watch them.
Like, first off, the third one, drugs.
Oh yeah, the third one is almost entirely about drugs.
Like, my favorite bit,
they are high as hell
is when they're like, press the hustle button, and then they go through it, and then they're like looking at their hands and it's all rainbow, and she's like, wow, there is such thing as too much hustle. And I was like,
yeah, high as hell.
I see.
I mean, the baby.
Oh my god, Tiny Diamond. Where he's like, come on, give me the thing. What thing? You know the thing. Oh, that's good.
He's got it's like it's a pacifier.
Yeah,
he's got like a pacifier throughout the entire movie.
Or a dummy in the UK.
Sucking on, and basically every now and then he'll ask. It's mostly Branch, but I think
it's only Branch.
Well, Branch. I think he asks Branch's brother as well, the older brother. I think he asked him at some point. But anyway, there are several times throughout Trolls 3 where he's like, do you want to hit? And they're like, I can't do that. I'm trying to get past that point in my life. And it's just like, you guys are talking about drugs.
Or even better, when Tiny Diamond turns to Poppy and he's like, well, let me ask you a question. Are you a narc?
Yeah.
Like, so good. But I'd say the first one sets up the world, and obviously that's about whatever it's about. And it's like, oh, here's all the stuff.
I like that Bridget plays a big role in that one.
I love Bridget.
She's kind of like a throwaway character for 2 and 3.
I've just remembered the best 2 jokes out of Trolls 3, and it's only to do with King Gristle and
Bridget.
And Bridget. The first one is at the wedding when she's like, I can remember all my food with Griffy, like work, even though in the first one it literally shows that she was completely undateable.
Oh yeah, none of the jokes are like consistent with one another, which is kind of part of the wonder.
So then at the middle to the end when they're tied up, she was like, I didn't think we'd both be tied up on this honeymoon, Chrissy. Like,
that impression is too good.
Thank you.
She's my best friend. Shout out to Zooey Deschanel. She did a very good job. Like in the second and third movie, she maybe has 20 lines combined,
and she eats them all up.
But she eats every single crumb up. And like in the first one, because the King Gristle is Christopher Mintz-Plasse, who is in Kick-Ass.
Yeah, no, that's it.
And
the one
I think he's in
like,
Superbad as well.
Wait, what's that?
He's been in loads of stuff,
like ID card, and they're like, "Why would you call yourself that?"
That's Superbad.
Yeah, what's the name?
Oh, I don't know. I can't remember. I haven't seen the movie since I was like 13.
I think it was like Muhammad, and they were like, "Why the fuck would you call yourself Muhammad?" And he was like, "It's a pretty common name."
But yeah. Anyway, those two in general, their acting performances are very good. I mean, to be fair, there's not really like in terms of the acting performances in the Trolls movies, there's not really like a short straw. What am I trying to say? A weak link.
No. It's McLovin.
His name's McLovin. Is that in Superbad?
Yeah, I forgot what the first name was, but his second name was McLovin. I was like, what the fuck would you call yourself McLovin? God, that's so stupid.
If his name is fully Mohammed McLovin,
I think it literally was that.
That's kind of a sick name. If I met a guy called Mohammed McLovin, I'd be like, you gotta tell me what's going on. You know things that we don't.
Do you know what is a beautiful name?
Lavelle.
So
for a first name?
Second name.
Yeah, no, I was about to say for a second.
But
name.
Good old Alana, I'll give you a little shout out because she was like, "Oh, show me when you gave me a shout out on your podcast." And I was like, "Watch it." And she was like, "Well, come and visit me."
I'm not gonna do that.
And then I was like, "You come and visit me and watch it." And she's like, "No." And I was like, "Well, then no." Simple, babe.
I'll be willing to do things for you if you're willing to do them for me.
Yeah. Come here. But anyways, she's got a friend who's like, last name is Lavelle. And I was like, that is a fucking beautiful
Imagine
name.
if your name was like Lauren Lavelle.
Like it just...
That is. It's a very Susan Storm name.
Yeah.
It's a very Reed Richards.
But you were saying the guy whose last name was McLovin. You were saying about him doing King Gristle.
Oh, I was just saying that I think that they're a really good pair.
They are.
And especially in the first movie, he does a really good job in particular. Because I think I think the Bergens are kind of the weakest villain overall.
Yeah.
But I think that it's
they were good for the first one.
But I like that they have built upon the lore so viciously as the movies go by, because the world has gotten huge now, because now Betty Spaghetti's kicking about, which because that's who Velvet and Veneer kind of like marketed
because it's
after.
90s bands and they're a 90s toy. It works so well.
It worked really well.
The first one kind of has like a nothing meaning, because it was like, just don't be sad.
And I will say, the first one is kind of the most annoying one.
That's
and
fine.
I think it's mostly because I think that the music is kind of mostly... It feels very jukeboxy.
No, it is.
Very jukeboxy. And it's kind of an ick of mine.
And also James Corden was in it. And I just
James
wasn't.
Corden was in
He's
it.
the worst thing in both of them. Not the third one, though. I'm so glad he's not in the third one.
Yeah, but say he's kind
I
of
think
left
his
out,
contract
isn't he?
for being in every single like musical thing has run out, and I'm so happy about
So
it.
happy about
He had
him.
dirt on like high production media places, and now they've got dirt on him, so now he's not in them anymore. It's great. Anyways,
Is that real?
No. It's just like a little theory, and I love that theory.
I got excited for a second.
So
I was like, oh, if he's on Sunset or Blacklist, this is great news. Let's get champagne.
they saw him thrust at that car, and they said, "You gotta go. You gotta go." Because that.
I would just like to point out that it is only Americans that were really happy about his superfluousness. Like,
no one in the UK.
I
They loved him
didn't-
on Gavin and Stacey. That's where it ends.
I really enjoyed him on Gavin and Stacey.
Never seen it.
It's a really good show, to be honest. It is actually really good. And it is kind of like, it's one of those shows that when you watch it, you're like, oh shit, that's where it came from. Like there are things in the UK vernacular now that come from that show.
Work.
And I want to shout out Alison Steadman, who plays Gavin's mum. And she just reads the shit into Stacey almost every single episode. And it's just really funny. I think her name's Pam.
I think it is Pam.
I think it's Pam. And I'm going to be showing you a compilation of things that Pam said
Thank you.
later.
Okay.
Because there's a particular one that I want to show you. Anyway.
But I did want to throw a little reference out there.
Oh, okay.
Why not? Why won't you sing? I killed him. We'll try that again.
Okay.
Why not? Why won't you sing?
Because singing killed my grandma.
We'll put that picture up there.
Yeah, we'll put the picture up.
My uncle broke his neck tap dancing once. He says
Just
not
once.
even knowing his family.
Just once, by the way. I was about to say, yeah, he doesn't even know who his family is now. And also, I like the idea that, like, oh my God, yeah, I broke my neck once.
Yeah.
I'm fine now, but I broke my neck once.
My
and bear in mind,
favourite-
this character's like basically a giraffe.
No, he is. My favourite bit out
He's
of
all
that,
neck.
the entire thing, is when it's like that my uncle broke his neck tap dancing once, and she just, instead of asking the right normal question, just goes, what song was she singing? She wasn't singing. It was me. And I need you now. It was so terrible. It's the worst thing.
So bad.
And I love it.
I adore it.
Yeah.
It's so funny. That's in the first one, isn't it? 'Cause
That's the first
That's
one.
before Branch comes around.
That's when they're convincing like Branch to be a wig.
Be a wig.
Be a wig for Bridget. So that Ariana Grande can sing her terrible song whilst they rollerblade. Oh no. Oh no!
That's really annoying.
Press it!
Okay. Well, hang on. We'll cut to a break. We're going to cut to a break now. To be fair, I think I need to go and check on my pizza dough. We will see you shortly.
We'll see you shortly.
Love you
Bye,
guys. Bye.
bitch. Cue the music! Oh, you fucking knob. Can't sit down. Guys, I just want to let you know that we do actually have some really good news. Bret said that I'm his best friend.
Okay, so welcome back.
I know it sounds silly, but it was just really nice to hear.
You make it sound like I don't ever talk to you nicely at all.
No,
ever.
you talk to me nice all the time, but like, I don't know, it's just the way you were like, you're my best friend. I was like, oh my God. Not only are we partners, but we're best friends. And I know that sounded sarcastic, but I'm being so dead ass. It was so cute. Welcome back. We had pizza. We watched Bluey and
we
Steven
had pizza.
Universe.
We watched Bluey. We
We
didn't watch any
toddlered
Steven
out.
Universe. Oh wait, no, we watched a little compilation thing.
Yeah, we toddlered out.
We toddled out. And I did show him a compilation of Pam from Gavin and Stacey.
It was funny.
I'm not being funny, Stacey, but everything you just said was really boring. I switched off after banana. Love you, Pam.
Next time I need a friend like you, I'll just do myself a little squat and shit one out.
Pam didn't say that.
No, she did.
That's-
It's canon.
That's a much more niche reference from the 2007, I think, adaptation of the Stephen King short book, The Mist.
I
It is
mean-
an underrated movie, in my opinion. The CGI is awful. I wish every single day that they would have done practical effects for that movie.
I mean, to be fair, that does kind of bring us back to what we were actually originally going to do this episode on, which is movies that are bad, but are like, they're good.
yeah, we were originally going to do this episode about like guilty pleasure movies, which, to be fair, makes the segue into Trolls make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because they're not great. I mean,
Okay,
they are
Speak
great.
for yourself.
They are great. I think that they're better than most kids' movies.
I love kids' movies. Maybe the microphone's a bit too close. Maybe you need to back up a bit. Can you back up? Thank you.
Okay. Why do you love the Trolls movies? This isn't the question I was going to ask you, but I'm going to ask you it now.
Okay. I personally believe that Trolls is the kids-friendly version of Smiling Friends. And I like Smiling Friends and I like Trolls because my little ADHD brain needs constant serotonin. And what's better serotonin than constant flashing colours, silly animation, really inappropriate jokes, and just every so often getting a PAM! That is perfect. It's literally, I don't need keys jingling. I do not need Subway Surfers. Just put Smiling Friends or Trolls on and I am right there. Love it.
I mean, Trolls basically is one big Subway Surfer.
No, it is. But do you know how you mentioned that you listened to Still Alive like 47 times within a month?
No, that was when I listened to the Streets of Whiterun.
Okay.
I think my numbers for listening to Still Alive were far more dramatic than that.
Oh no, they were bad.
And it was I had a solid 6-month window where I almost listened to nothing but Still Alive. And then I took a break for a month because I think a band that I like released a new album and I focused on that instead. And then about a month later, Scream 6 came out on DVD and I watched it again. And then the song started off again, and it was for about another 3 months. I think it was about 9 months in total that I listened to that song.
Just non-stop, and I get it, because it's a really good song.
And I don't have the number to hand, but when you're about to talk about whatever you're about to talk about, I'll get it.
Okay, so with Mount Rageous,
You are obsessed.
I still am.
And it's kind of an odd song to listen to on repeat.
Why is it?
Because the structure of it isn't a song. Do you know what I mean? Because it's from the movie.
Yeah, but you haven't...
It's not like Still Alive in that there's like intro, chorus, whatever, because it's based around what happens actually in the movie. I do wish that they had a version of that song that was like a song, because Work, the song Work, You Better
You gotta
Work.
work hard
Yeah.
to make it look easy.
First of all, rager of a song, banger of a song. But the only version of it is the one that's like 1 minute 30 from the soundtrack, which is deeply upsetting. because it deserves to be.
We need more Velvet and Veneer content.
We need more.
And now that we found out that Amy Schumer's a massive Zionist. Zionist?
They're both correct.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
I just don't think that Velvet and Veneer will be coming back. Andrew Reynolds, I think he's welcome back anytime. But Brianna Mazzola, I'm so sorry that your time has been cut short. But
honestly, they should just get her back to do both. I don't really understand why she didn't do both in the first place. It's not like Amy Schumer's got any star power from her name being attached. Do you know what I mean?
I mean,
she had like major star power for like a year, and now like no one's liked her for a really long time, and she thinks it's because she's a woman, but it's not. It's because she's not funny.
There are plenty of funny women out there.
Tina Fey is one of the funniest people in the world, and there's a reason that she has been incredibly successful for like nearly 30 years. It's because she's smart and she's funny and she's original and she's professional. Amy Schumer is none of those things.
I'm trying to think of my favourite female comedian, but it's just not crossing my mind.
For me, Tina Fey, Amy Poehler, and Kristen Wiig are like majorly up there because I fucking love Kristen Wiig.
Oh,
Kristen Wiig can do anything. To be fair, it's mostly from their SNL skits that I'm like, God, love those three. And I mean, and anything Kristen Wiig has done since, I'm like unbelievably on board with. She's done a lot of really cool. She's done a lot of really good voice actor work. Literally not a single role I can. She was almost the only good thing about the newer Despicable Me movies.
She's in them?
She plays the woman. The woman spy. She plays the woman spy.
Oh, that makes
It's Kristen Wiig.
I like Lucy.
It's literally the only thing I can remember from those movies.
Controversial yet brave. I like the Minions movies. I like the first one. The first Minions movie I watched.
There's more than one?
No, not Minions, Despicable Me. The first Despicable Me movie, I watched it and I was like, do you know what? I actually like these movies.
Well,
I just like kids media.
I would like it if it didn't have that shitty style.
Oh no, the
where
style's
like everyone's
terrible.
got like really skinny legs on like a little bean body, and it's that Illumination style.
Yeah, the Illumination. It's kind of like the opacity's been turned up too bright.
It's weird. There's just something very unsettling
it's a little
about
too
it.
smooth and too bright,
and I just don't like it.
Make it grungy. Make a horror movie. But yeah, with Mount Rageous, I listen to it on repeat. When I mean on repeat, I mean on repeat. I go on YouTube and I listen to different versions of the instrumentals, the extended instrumentals, the backing vocals, the just this person's vocals or that person's vocals, and I just listen to all of them on repeat and I imagine myself performing in it. And I also drew up a cosplay for Velvet if it was an actual tour outfit, and I took inspiration from Ariana Grande's Seven Rings tour, where she had like the pink puffy skirt thing and like the bodice underneath, and I was like, she's basically got shoulder pads, so just mix them together and it works. Watch me work. So yeah, I'd like to say that it's a really good song and you should stream it on repeat. Dun, 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 dun.
So I've been crunching the numbers.
Oh.
First of all, the song's Still Alive from the original motion picture soundtrack of Scream 6. Out of every single person in the world, I am number 44. Out of every single person.
44.
Well, I say every single person. I say people that have streamed it on Spotify. I am number 44 in the entire world. And can I just point out your 200 and your number? I don't know what number you are, but oh wait, no, I can find out what number you are. You're 406. Get on my level. Literally get on my level. And I have listened.
An embarrassing competition to be in.
I have listened to it for 738 minutes. I have streamed it 243 times. And it's my number 2 most streamed track of all time. The only one above that is Melodic, which is a Godspeed You Black Emperor song that I was obsessed with for ages. And to be fair, still am. It's a great song. But yeah.
That's insane. I love that.
It's a lot.
See, this is why I wish I could get
the
into
Bluey
my Spotify
soundtrack. The Bluey soundtrack's going to be up there soon. Because I don't know why I cannot stop listening to it. It's bringing me so much joy recently.
I'd like to say I really do think I've brought you a lot of childish wonder.
You have, because I've almost never had any.
I think
I skipped a chapter in my life, and I've never really had it. I've had interest, but I don't think I've really had wonder. I was just the kind of kid to zap all of the joy out of everything for myself because I was too autistic.
That actually kind of brings me to a thought that I was literally just having. You were watching me think in real time. How does that feel? But I feel like when it comes to adulthood, like, I can be mature when need be. I can have proper conversations. I can communicate very well, even though I don't have the vernacular for it, even though I just use that word. But like,
my impact.
Yeah.
You've brought me joy. I've brought you vocabulary.
Yeah. But I feel like I kind of see, when I'm not having like a depressive dip, I feel like I really do just see like the joy and wonder in things, and
You
don't
really
have to see it.
It's infectious.
Yeah.
I mean, it's rubbed off on me. I would say that I've never really seen it that much. I've always over intellectualized everything. Even that sentence. But like, I would say that I mean, if it wasn't for you, I never would have seen the Trolls movies.
He didn't even know what Monster High was until I arrived.
I
And now
didn't.
it takes up probably 1/5 of this room. But yeah, I'd say, I don't know. Like, I just think the thing is, look at the fun in stuff. Like, not everything has to be like,
Which Trolls
oh,
does.
this is stupid. Like, I just like that it's a big pop of colour. There's a lot of fun music in it, and it's just silly. You can look at it for its deeper undertones, when there is any. Or you can just say, wow, this is fun. You can watch Bluey for the sake of watching Bluey and say, I wish I had this as a kid. Or you can watch Baby Race and have that mum look you dead in the eye and say, you're doing great as a parent. And go, wow, I needed that.
I mean, Bluey's for everyone.
Bluey is for
There is not
everyone.
I'm sorry, but there's not a single person on this earth that would not benefit from watching Bluey front to back. I think that watching that show and taking its lessons on board, I think you just have to take a quiz on it when you finish it, and then if you don't pass that quiz,
You have to watch it again.
First of all, you have to watch it again. It's like a driver's test. Second of all, you cannot be a functioning member of society, because I'm sorry,
You go to prison.
if I had have had Bluey when I was a kid, I would have learnt about so much more in such a better way so much earlier.
But that's the fun of growing up.
No, I know it is.
That's the fun of day to day. You learn. And that's the fun of like where you are now. You hadn't learned to have the fun. You hadn't learned to see the childish wonder in things. But at this point in now, like, your nieces have taught you. I've taught you. You now look around a little more and say, how can I have fun with this?
I had a moment the other day, which you already know about, but I was in our room. I was just cleaning, I think. And
Yeah.
and I had a liturgy vinyl on. Now, I'm not going to explain who liturgy are, but basically they are like an incredibly like strange avant-garde like black metal band, and helmed, by the way, by one of the most like creative, happens to be trans women in the world. I love you, Hendrix. But I was listening to that vinyl, and then I was like, oh damn, I think there's something wrong with the vinyl, because it started to sound weird. And so I was like, oh, okay, I'll do a test so see if I can figure out if it's something wrong with the player or something wrong with the vinyl, because I'd maybe played the vinyl like 4 times, so I was gonna be really fucked off, because it was quite an expensive vinyl. So I took the vinyl off, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna grab any other vinyl, and I'm just gonna put it on, and we'll test whether or not it's the player or the vinyl. And we have a Bluey vinyl. We have an album. We have the Bluey album on vinyl.
So he thought something was wrong with the vinyl player that could have been breaking his vinyl, so he put my Bluey one on.
So I put it on, and it was doing it to that one as well. And I was like, okay, well, it's definitely not both of these vinyls. There's something wrong with the player. It turns out it was just like a little bit of fluff stuck to the needle. Anyway, I took it off. But then I was kind of like, this is a vibe. So I left the Bluey vinyl on. So I made a very swift transition from some of the most like experimental music I listen to, some of the most like, harshest music I listen to Bluey, which by the way is basically what it's like us sitting together now. So I was listening to it and I was cleaning up the room, and for like positively the first time in my life, I danced like no one was watching, and no one was watching, and I still didn't feel stupid. And I had never done that before, because even if I was by myself, I'm like, I would look stupid, even though no one is watching. So I've never been able to like dance like no one's watching. I don't know. I guess I just always thought someone was watching, or that I like looked stupid, and I didn't want to look stupid, whatever. But then I did it, and then I was like, hey, this is kind of great. And I enjoyed it, and I've been listening to Bluey a lot since then. And like on the way to work, and I've just been like bobbing around in the car, just listening to it, and it's been really nice to just be able to enjoy something just because I enjoy it and not worry about, you're right?
Yeah.
Hi. We're speaking into the same mic right now because he's hugging me. You're right, my love?
Yeah, I just think this is nice.
Okay. Sorry, I'm coughing. I have a boyfriend on me, everyone, for the people listening at home. But yeah, anyway, that would never have happened if it wasn't for you.
I love you.
I love you too.
He deserves it so much, and I'm so glad that he did it.
It's a small step into the future.
A very good future, hopefully.
I have a question for you about the Trolls movies. To bring it back on the topic that we originally weren't even going to be talking about, I have to ask you this question about the Trolls movies.
Yeah, no, totally.
Because the people want to know, what do you personally want from a Trolls 4?
Oh. We actually had a bit of an in-depth discussion about this like a few weeks ago. So like, the first one is about like kidnapping and shit.
Is it?
I don't know, because they like stole the Bergen. I mean, the Bergen stole them, used them for happiness. Second one, obviously like, you can take that one. And then the third one's about slaying.
Yeah.
So, a fourth one. What weirdly specific and niche thing to do with music and then proper world political views can be brought into Trolls 4?
See, I like, because there's been like a really clear progression of like world expansion.
Oh yeah.
From 1 to 2 to 3. Because obviously number 1 is just
Bergens.
about the pop trolls, just about the isolated tree in the middle of Bergen town, etc., and about the history with the Bergens. But the second one obviously expands to say there's actually all of these different kinds of trolls, and the troll kind of like empire, if you like,
The
empire,
TCU.
Empire, yeah, the TCU. I was about to say empire is the wrong word, but this kind of like expanded trolls universe is like way bigger than it is in the first one. And then the third one brings this whole like Betty Spaghetti dimension. Oh. And I to be fair, I still actually have no idea how that fits into the world.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure that the entirety of the Trolls franchise is adults' interests sugar-coated by children's interests. Because it's adult topics, adult
and music
jokes.
That no one finds interesting.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say like old ass adult music.
Yeah, it's kind of like whatever music's going cheap, like whatever copyright they can afford.
I mean, to be fair,
especially in the first one.
What's his name?
In the first one, they were digging around in the dirt.
Who voices Branch again?
Justin Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake. I mean,
Because
after him
he's
getting
like
arrested,
he's like the main producer, and
Yeah.
like they're kind of like his movies. I think he's the one that's kind of like actually pushed them to be made. It was him that's quoted saying that like there could easily be 7,
as it fucking should be.
and then he got arrested. So we'll see.
So yeah, you're right. It will be cheap music after that, especially.
We'll have to take over.
But it's very like adult because like the toys as well. Like Trolls are fucking old. Betty Spaghetti, old. So I don't know what the fuck the Bergens are meant to be. I think they were just meant to be villains and stuck around. But a 4th one. We've already got family members, but what's something new to do with music that hasn't actually been explored yet? Because the first one was just singing, the second one was different genres, the third one is like concerts and drug use. Let's be real.
I know. What if there was like some kind of, because I would like it if the other types of trolls were brought back into the blend somehow.
That'd be fun.
And what if there was like some kind of disagreement and they decided to hold like an election?
A musical election.
By election, I mean, because it's the Trolls movies, I mean basically a song competition.
Trolls Eurovision.
Basically. And then like it's about like who's coming out on top. But and that because obviously like because my idea is that they obviously take the bones and the music of songs that already exist and just replace all of the lyrics with smears on the other types of trolls. And then at the end, Poppy's like, we're not going down this road again. And then everyone just goes their separate ways.
So an election masked by Eurovision.
Veneer wins.
Honestly, well,
from prison.
Prison it is. God, what is it he says now? We're frauds. We've been kidnapping and torturing little trolls. It's like I don't even know you.
I've never seen someone so gagged.
Oh, she was
gagged.
The thing is, gagged isn't even like
it's
such
not
an
good enough.
understatement.
No, it's not. She was gagged. She was gouged. She was
gutted.
Yeah, she was
scooped
like
from the inside out.
Scooped, gooped, and pooped.
Scooped, gooped, and dragged straight to a crusty prison cell.
Yeah.
But who would be the villain? Because would the villain be the friends that we made along the way?
No. The villain is the lessons we learned along the way. To be fair, who out of all of the other trolls would be like the most likely to sabotage an election? I can't believe that sentence just left my mouth. Because I think because of their like snootiness. No, I mean to be perceived snootiness because they're not really in the movie. The classical trolls.
Can I throw an extra one
because
out?
they're kind of like under the radar a little bit. I think they could play dirty.
I think. So first off, I think the classical trolls would play dirty. But I think Poppy's dad, King Pop, whatever his name is.
First of all, he should die in the next one.
No. Oh, no. I think he should be the one that's overthrowing it the entire time. Like, everything keeps going wrong. And Poppy keeps getting, like, better and better and better. And she's like, I don't understand why I'm, like, having such a good success. And everyone else is like, you fucking suck. And then it turns out it was the king the entire time. And everyone's like, Poppy, you fucking suck. And then she's like, I'll get to the bottom of this. And it's her dad.
Except he's doing the opposite of that. And he's trying to make sure she doesn't win. Because he knows the history of the pop trolls and how bad it is and how bad it would be if they won. But he can't face it to tell her that. And the one that finds out is Viva.
I like the idea that Viva becomes the voice of reason. Like, Branch gets too into it. Poppy's selfish as usual, but then Viva's the one that turns around and is like, hey, Poppy,
Did she smoke 60 a day?
hey, Poppy. I quite like the idea that Viva turns around and is like, look, from being stuck in, like, the Bergen golf course or whatever it was, I've learned a lot of lessons since I've been out and since I've come back to the world. And
Yeah, 'cause she could have like a whole Peridot arc.
yeah,
Even though I really, really don't care for her character.
I think she's kind of a little cutie patootie.
Just in my opinion, in the third movie, it would have been the same without her. That's my one issue. Like, if I'm looking at a story and if there's an element of it where I'm like, this could be taken out and everything would be the same, then I wish it would be taken out. You know what I mean? Oh, pardon me.
I just didn't understand why they were like, right, Branch has 4 other brothers. Let's give Poppy a sister.
Yeah.
There was just no need.
Yeah.
It was like,
They
you've
just
already
wanted
got
to like tie her into the theme somehow.
you've got 2 family arcs going on at the same time as a kidnapping arc. That's insane.
Yeah, of
Trolls
course.
is on crack.
Trolls is on track. That's what I almost just said.
Hell yeah, it is.
Trolls is on crack. Yeah, I think we accidentally just wrote Trolls 4.
That would be amazing.
Because the idea of, yes, the father is sabotaging it, but actually he's sabotaging his own daughter. Can you imagine how Poppy would take that?
But to be fair, if it was the way that it was, I think that the Pop Trolls would win, because I think it'd be like a whole thing of like, they have won over everyone again, and it's shown how good of a queen Poppy is. But
what? Because she's like overcome her history.
Yeah, but also political Eurovision.
Which is just normal Eurovision.
No. But like in Trolls World, where it's like
In
a
Trolls
genuine,
World.
like not even an election. It's just you perform, you see if you win or lose.
What do you
rounds.
think the election system is? Like, do you think they've got a piece of paper where they're putting a cross in, or do you think it's like
They vote on their troll phones?
No. Do you think it's like, if you want A to win, sing now, and then whichever one's the loudest? Like a laughometer in The Simpsons.
No, I have an even better one. They go to their band tables where they sell their merch, and whoever has sold the most CDs. Or vinyls.
Well, it depends. I don't think the Trolls have currency.
Okay, whoever picks up the most vinyls then. Wait, is Trolls
We're asking
communism?
the real questions. The Trolls aren't communists. But also, maybe they are.
I was going to say, they seem to, if they don't have a currency, but also they have jobs.
Just because they have jobs doesn't mean they get paid for them.
Exactly.
Because just because everyone has tasks doesn't mean they have jobs. Task does not equal job. Do you know who I think should win that election? Mr. and Mrs. Funk. Because to be fair, they knew what was going on, and I think that they know how to run the place.
They've got the best head for it. But, do you know who'd be a runner-up? Kelly fucking Clarkson.
Kelly Clarkson. Her
doing a country song, full country accent. What?
Nothing, your voice just then when you went,
Oh, it's because I've got a bit of a frog in my throat.
Yeah, you do.
It's like it's like a dog going. Kelly Clarkson second, Funk Trolls first, and do you know what? I want to see the horse guy come back, the like yodeler.
The yodeler.
Like,
yeah.
I want to see everybody come back, because I want like
I want the K-pop trolls to come back.
Yeah, like no. This is like the first ever Trollevision election, and everybody around the globe is like, oh, we're watching this.
What other types of trolls are coming out the cracks then?
Indie
trolls, folk trolls,
hyperpop
trolls,
Charlie XCX troll.
Charlie XCX is a troll with
Thing
like her
is,
bob.
I bet you anything she would like jump on that.
Oh, she would hands down. She'd be like, this is stupid as fuck, I'm doing it. That would be her entire thought process.
And she has a sandwich.
And then she would do it and she would get paid.
Fuck. What?
No. As in, like, that's her thought process.
Oh, okay.
Like, she's like, yeah, I'll do this. I'll get paid.
Fair. Fair dues.
Diva.
But who else?
I would love to see some like really like hoinky poinky like up themselves experimentalist trolls who just make the worst thing you've ever heard, because I think it would be funny.
And
even
they're
as someone
convinced that
in
they're gonna do the best.
oh yeah, even as someone like into experimental stuff, I love to see people rip the piss into it because it's funny and everyone should get over themselves.
Gay pop, Jojo Siwa.
Jojo Siwa is a troll. Or just her. She comes in as an actual person.
That's funny.
That's funny.
I mean, to be fair, they have done that before.
Or she like 2D animates her. Like she's just like a stick figure or something.
No, they stop motion animate her doll.
No, they just do they actually just stop motion animate her body.
Even better.
Like she just does it. She just walks on.
Do you know that thing where you like get
and they lie to her about it.
That's funny.
They're like, oh, we're just capturing your body so that we can animate it later. And they actually just use what they film.
No. A4 piece of paper and it goes
brilliant.
And just like South Park with the Canadians, cut straight across the mouth and the head
goes.
goes.
Yeah.
But for like, I mean, I'd love to have like a gay artist on there. Like, I don't know, like I want to see some proper ballroom of like, this is what I want to see.
Like some proper.
What I want to see.
Yeah.
Like, get everyone out of the works. But do you know what I want especially? Confessionals.
Oh, you mean like a Big Brother situation? There's a lot going on in this movie.
It's 2 hours. 2.5. There's actually
you're
a
gonna
part
make
two.
you made trolls for 150 minutes long.
Yeah. And the ending song, 15-minute song.
Oh, that I can get on board with. And it's the experimentalists.
What can I say? They get Godspeed on.
Godspeed. The post-rock trolls.
Oh my god.
The Canadian post-rock trolls.
Fuck yeah.
The Italian technical death metal trolls.
But I like the idea of like when the performances go through, because obviously you have to get through them pretty quickly. Do you know those like 5-second clips of like people at auditions and it's like, next person, oh yeah, wow, and then like next, you know what I mean? Like
it's like a collage of Hannah Montana, like turnovers.
Pitch Perfect when they start singing Since You've Been Gone.
It's funny you bring up Pitch Perfect. Do you know what I was gonna say?
Acapella group.
First of all, acapella group. Second of all trolls are an acapella group. Third of all, they should have Elizabeth Banks and whoever that guy is being the commentators.
Elizabeth Banks.
She's the one that on the camera, on the mic in all the movies.
Oh my god, yes.
And did you know she directed the second one? And it's one of the highest grossing movies from a female director.
Didn't she also do Cocaine Bear?
She did Cocaine Bear.
Yeah, she did.
She's got quite the catalogue. And she's also an amazing, amazing actor.
Musical
like she was
theatre troll.
very, very good in the Hunger Games.
Musical theatre troll.
Yeah, theatre trolls.
What would be the song that they sing? I think they'd go so basic and use like one of the 5 songs that you just don't ever sing in an audition.
I don't know. I either see them doing something like full blown like Defying Gravity, or they do something slightly more like a bit more of a deeper cut, and they do that one from Company, about the woman that's just about to get married.
I don't know what that song is.
Do you not know that song?
Is it the one that's like, pardon me if everybody's there, because if everybody's there, I want to thank you for coming to the wedding and appreciate you going even more. I mean, you must have lots of better things to do in other words. So remember when you know the man I'm going to marry, but I'm out because I wouldn't ruin anything as well as he is. But I thank you all for the gifts and the flowers. Thank you all. And I expect to the showers. Thank you all. But I'm not getting married today.
Okay, so I just asked you if you knew the song I was talking about, and you said no, and then you knew it. Not only knew it, but pretty much that was, it wasn't the pronunciation, but that was pretty much the speed. I think it's a little bit quicker than that. But it is no, that wasn't an invent. No, if you're gonna do it again, and if you're gonna do it quicker, then pronunciate.
Okay,
the people at the end of the theatre need to hear you, mister.
I'm gonna try.
If you're doing this, give me that.
But the only reason that I know anything about this is from Glee.
Well, yeah, it was in Glee, but it's an incredibly, incredibly challenging song.
And I'm also not saying Paul, I'm saying Will. Because I know
Is that who sung
version.
it?
No. Girl, no, it was Miss, whatever her name was, Miss OCD.
Rachel Berry?
No, she's Miss Beige.
Who's Miss OCD?
The, like, ginger one with the short hair, like Miss Norberry or something.
Oh, yes. Because isn't she marrying Will?
She is marrying
Even
Will.
though he, like, just got a student pregnant?
He didn't get a student pregnant, baby girl.
Oh, okay. Someone got a student pregnant at some point.
Nobody got a student pregnant. The students got the students pregnant.
Oh, okay.
And then basically Quinn, one of the like Cheerios. Hold on, I know you're gonna, but basically Quinn, is pregnant with Puck's baby, the one that ended up turning out to be a pedophile and hung himself. But she convinced.
Do you mean in real life or in the show?
In real life.
Okay. First of all, Glee's crazy. I would have believed that if it was in the show. I haven't seen Glee, by the way.
I just want to say, do you want to know what's funny? In Glee, where him and another actress are like, we're going to get a porn video. And then Gwyneth Paltrow comes behind them and says to them, you do know that is child porn. And then they're like, oh my God. And then he got outed for having copious amounts of child porn.
And by the way, Gwyneth Paltrow ate her
Rolling Glee? Yes, she
Rolling
did.
Glee. She won an Emmy for that.
Did she really? Honestly, it deserved.
She won an Emmy
Glee.
for Best Guest Actress in a Comedy. I don't know why I know that. This is what I get when I just spend ages Wikipedia diving.
Yeah.
I always end up on the awards section of any page because I want to know what shit's been won.
So, Quinn got pregnant with Puck, that guy. But then she convinces Finn, Rachel Berry's partner, the one that sadly passed away from an overdose, and
In real life?
in real life. It was very...
What is it with the people in Glee?
They call it the Glee curse, but I think that's very insensitive. It's just very tragic accidents.
That's really...
But
Because there's like 4 of them have died.
Santana, Finn, Puck. I don't think there's any more after those 3, unless I just can't remember.
Well, there's lots of tragic things have happened to the people in Glee.
But then Quinn basically says to Finn, oh, you got me pregnant because we were in a pool together and your pre-cum swam all the way through your shorts, all the way to the opposite end of the pool and impregnated me. And he believed it because he was a fucking idiot. So then Will's wife is pretending to be pregnant. So she says to Quinn Fabray, if you don't want this baby, I would love to have it to convince Will that I'm like, that's his baby. And then everything goes tits up and like, yeah.
God, everyone in that show is crazy. I used to think that show was about a musical theatre club, and it's not.
It was. And
Before
then
it went off
everything
the
went
rails.
up. It's so good.
Well, that could also be the plot to Trolls 4. I think it would translate really well.
They don't get pregnant. They just pop kids out of their hair.
I thought they came out of plants.
No. When Tiny Diamond was born, whatever his name was.
Oh yeah, like Mr. Diamond is like, yeah, he's done cooking.
He was like, I'm having a baby.
I
and
guess
then he
it's
like
got-
pops out of his hair.
I guess they technically don't... Are trolls technically genderless?
No.
No, I say they have gender, but they don't have sex.
By the sounds of it, yeah.
As in, like, they don't... I don't think they have, like, a biological sex.
But also...
I don't think there's, like, men and women.
I mean, to be fair, it's a children's thing. Everything just has, like, a defined gender.
I know, and then all of a sudden one is just, like, born out of someone's hair, and I'm like, okay...
Out of predominantly
we'll
guessing a
accept
man's
this.
head. But I think it's one of those things that's like, haha, you don't know if it's a man or a woman, and there's a baby coming out of them. Anyways, I'm going to try and sing that bit, so you just have fun for a second.
All right.
I'm going to do it slowly, and so that I can remember the words, and then I'm going to go quick. Part of me is everybody there, because if everybody's there, I want to thank you all for coming to the wedding. I'd appreciate you going even more. I mean, you must have lots of better things to do, and not a word of the story will remember. Will you know the man I'm going to marry, but I'm not, because I wouldn't ruin anyone as wonderful as he is. But I thank you all for the gifts and the flowers. Thank you all. Now it's back to the showers. Don't tell Will, but I'm not getting married today. Okay. For real this time. Oh, God. Part of me is everybody there, because if everybody's there, I want to thank you all for coming to the wedding. I'd appreciate you going even more. You threw me off.
I got confused with your... You start, and then I'll start clicking.
Okay.
You need to set the pace.
Pardon me, is everybody there? Because if everybody's there, I want to thank you all for coming to the wedding. I appreciate you going even more. You meet lots of better things to do. Another, but this will remember we I'm not going to marry now because I want to ruin anyone. So I want to feel the season. But thank you all for the gifts and the flowers. Thank you all. Let's back to the showers. Don't tell well, but we're not going to marry today. That was
You did
terrible.
not take a deep enough breath.
Okay.
You have one more go, and then we're finishing the episode.
Oh God, that's a lot of pressure.
You have one more go.
Okay, hold on. I need to get ready for this. Can I grab something to make me feel better about it?
What do you mean?
I'm just gonna grab one thing.
Okay.
Thank you. I'll be back.
As long as you're quick. While he's gone, I need to talk to you guys about my good friends at Squarespace. So Squarespace is it illegal to say that someone's sponsoring something if they're not?
You have to explicitly state that you're not actually being sponsored.
Okay, I'm not actually being sponsored, but I am being sponsored by Squarespace. So, first of all, hello to my friends at Squarespace. The space is more square than ever. If you don't want to be caught out being a circle in a square world, then get your ass down to Squarespace. We've got squares, we've got rectangles,
We've got space.
we've got salt, and we've got vinegar. Come on down. We're waiting for you at Squarespace. Hi, gay. Oh, okay. You've brought out Hermione? For those listening to us as a podcast, even though I'm pretty sure that almost everyone watches us as a show, for those that are watching this as a podcast, Owen has a wig on.
Yeah.
This is a regular occurrence in our lives in general. But
I feel much more comfortable now.
Ew. Okay.
I don't think it's
It'll sort itself out. Go.
Okay. Right. I need to get comfortable. Do not click.
Okay, I went.
Thank you. This is my Miss whatever her name is wig. It's a lot of pressure. Pardon me, is everybody there? Because if everybody's there, I want to thank you all for coming to the wedding. I appreciate you going even more. I mean, you must have lots of better things to do. And I would have this will remember where you know the man I'm going to marry, but I'm not because I wouldn't ruin anyone's sort of see. But I thank you all for the gifts and the flowers. Thank you all. Now it's back to the showers. Don't tell Will, but I'm not going to marry you today. And then
That was decent.
Thank you. Wait, what's the next bit?
I don't know any of the lyrics. I just know the song.
Bless this day. I've got a frog in my throat.
It's got a fucking say. He is actually a really good singer.
The heart bleeds down and is dead this dreadful day. Listen, everybody, look, I don't know what you're waiting for. Our wedding was a wedding. It's a prehistoric ritual where everybody promises fidelity forever, which is maybe the most horrifying word I ever heard of, which followed by a honeymoon. Suddenly you realize you started winning, not want to kill me, which is thank you all for that shit. Fuck.
Thank you all for the shit and the fuck.
Anyways.
Okay. Right.
This isn't Hannah Montana. I don't know why I thought that was going to be okay.
I don't know why you needed to follow. Okay.
That was a lot of chaos. Thanks. Okay. You came.
Thank you all for joining us on this episode about... Because, you know, we're so good at deciding what the episodes are about.
What's this episode about?
This episode was originally meant to be about guilty pleasure movies. But you have inspired me to do another episode at some point where you try and explain to me what the fuck happens in Glee.
Oh, no, I would fucking love to do that.
Because I want you to badly recount the plot of Glee to me. Because to this day, you keep on mentioning things every now and then that's happened in Glee. I don't know anything that has fucking happened in that show because it's wild.
Can we just watch it?
I kind of want you to do the episode first because I kind of want to know nothing. I want to know what you think happens in Glee first. I want you to badly remember the plot of Glee and I want you to describe it to me.
That sounds like my dream.
Coming soon.
That is a dream come true.
Coming soon to a wet bench platform near you.
Work.
I'd like to speak to you about Squarespace.
Just fucking stop it. I'd like to say that hopefully after this episode though, we have 2 very nice episodes coming up.
We do, actually.
They're
ones that
intertwined.
we've pretty much been planning. Well,
Since
technically
before.
3, because we might be splitting the second one in 2 and releasing them in the same week, but in 2 parts, because it's something quite chunky, something very new, and something very exciting.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say
Very
because-
exciting. Something that's been in the works. Something that we actually filmed ages ago.
Oh,
now.
yeah.
It must be like maybe a month
yeah,
and a half ago.
definitely.
And it's something that I must admit has probably been very hard for you in particular to sit on. Not that you've ever struggled sitting on that much. No, don't get fake upset with me.
I think the episode's done now.
Buddy, don't make me feel bad. That was a good joke.
You. So, the next episode, which might be a 2-parter, is a very special interest. And then the episode after that is a very special guest.
Yeah, we've got a guest.
Our first ever guest!
A guest!
And when I tell you, the bitches who be watching this, you'll probably know who it is because I'll explain who they are in the first part or 2-parter, I guess. But then they appear. They're coming, you cunts. So, yeah, get excited
But with
for
that, we will leave you on tenterhooks, I guess.
This episode's been fucking insane. Oh, movie recording has been stopped automatically. See, that is a
It's
sign.
a sign. It's a sign from the Lords above. Thank you, Bjorg.
Bye.
We will see you next week with something very exciting.
Yeah, we will.
Thank you for sitting at the wet bench.
Thank you for sitting on the wet bench, bitches.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.